Hi, everyone, and welcome to your Animal Spirit Energy reading. We have 3 piles for the pick-a-card today, and because it's Animal Spirit reading, I decided to use one of my crystal bracelet stacks that I make myself and sell. If you want to contact me about that, leave a message below, or you can go to my website, and there is a contact form in there. All right, but let's just get started here. Pile 1, we have Dalmation Jasper, Black Onyx, and Black Tourmaline. Here we have Black Tourmaline, Black Obsidian, and Dalmation Jasper. And here we have Black Onyx and Black Tourmaline. So take a look, whichever bracelet it is that you're drawn to, whichever bracelet it is that you like. I like all 3 of them stacked together. They're so cute. Or the number of the pile, whatever calls to you. That is the reading for you. I will see you there. Bye-bye. Hi there to those of you who chose pile 1 or this bracelet, which has Black Tourmaline, Black Onyx, and Dalmation Jasper. This is your pile. We're going to do live tarot at the end with another oracle card, but right now we're just going to do the oracle cards, and we're also going to get into the overall energy. And this reading is for your next major breakthrough. Okay, so what is your next major breakthrough going to be? We have the sun. Well, that's always good for a breakthrough. And we have fertility. Okay. I'm just going to get the rest of the cards out, and then we will do the reading. All right. So we have donkey, grizzly bear, starfish, snake, lynx, and tiger. All right. All right. All right. All right. Next major breakthrough is definitely a transformation of some sort, pile 1, because we have the snake here, shedding of the skin, death and rebirth, okay? But we're talking about your next major breakthrough. And overall energy is the sun and the sacral chakra, okay? And it is peach moonstone for the crystal if you want to work with peach moonstone. And it's self-express and embody truth. And fertility, let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. We have embody truth, and right here on this Lynx card, we have secrets. So I think that what they're trying to say here for you, pile 1, is your major breakthrough is going to come when you're willing to stop living, holding in secrets, whether they're your own, whether they're for others. When you're ready to tell the truth, and the truth, I'm just going to say, also ties into this snake card with, I said death and rebirth, which is Scorpio, okay? And the death card in the tarot. And the other thing about Scorpio too, right? So that's the shedding of skin, death and rebirth, old, new, but also Scorpios love to get to the bottom of the problem. Like, they know when someone isn't telling the truth, and they're very good at, like, you know, they say they're the detectives of the zodiac. So they love getting to the bottom of things and finding out what the real truth is. But they do have a radar, a lot, not all, but if you're in tune with yourself, you have a little radar that bleeps when, you know, we call it the BS radar. So I want to say for you, your major breakthrough is going to be when you stop functioning below the surface, like 8th house will even say, when you come out, stand in the sun, and express your truth. So let's get into this a little more. Here with the Tiger card, it says you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so, and to keep your heart open. There's something that you're being called to do, pile 1. And it will be different for each one of you. but I do really feel strongly, because it's what keeps coming in and coming in, is that there are secrets or untruths maybe, or secrets that haven't been spoken, and in place of them have been untruths, and you don't want to stand for that anymore. You want to bring that crap out into the light. And I know this is sacral chakra, but also it's yellow, which reminds me of light. And we've got the yellow here of the lynx in the card. And we've got the yellow here surrounding the little donkey. And, you know, tigers, orangish yellow. But even all these cards, you know, kind of go into that tannish, yellowish. And I feel that this is holding you back. And then for some of you, it may not be that it's you know, it's a secret or something that you're holding on to and you need to speak the truth to in that way, or untruths that are being told and you need to speak up to tell the truth. For many of you, that very well could be it. But I also feel that you may become, all I can see is someone standing up to a mic. So I feel like, again, it's you standing up and speaking your truth, the truth, clearing up untruths that have been spoken. That's what I really feel. And we have the grizzly bear here with power. Just know that you can do it, and you're not doing it. I'm coming back to the grizzly in a minute, but you're not doing it because you're being malicious or vindictive or I'm going to get you. That's not the energy that I'm feeling with this. I'm feeling that you have to do it for yourself because it's closing down your heart. It says your heart, keep your heart open no matter what. And I feel that the longer this goes on, the more closed your heart becomes, right? Because you know better, you want better, and holding this in is not... Well, we know what holding secrets does to people. It's just not good. It's not good for you emotionally, mentally, or physically, or spiritually. There's nothing about it, because when you're closing up and your chakras become unbalanced, how are you supposed to be creative, right? How are you supposed to be your own creative self? And maybe with you shutting down pile one, it's stifling your creativity here. Maybe you're just not living a joy-filled life, and that's part of the sacral chakra. You want to live with joy and creativity. And this is a heavy weight that you're carrying, and you want to let go of it. You want to shed it. You want to get rid of it. And just the starfish spirit here with open to infinite possibilities. You don't even know what the other side of this is yet. Okay? You can't, I think that maybe you're even having a hard time imagining what it's going to be like to lift this burden or these burdens off of yourself, and to open that heart chakra back up again, and that sacral chakra to get it back into balance. Because I'm kind of getting the feeling you're a very creative person, but it's being stifled. And I just want you to know, well, the animal spirits want you to know, God, Source, Universe, on the other side of this embodying the truth and expressing yourself with truth, there are infinite possibilities. So do not be timid to step forward, because grizzly bears aren't timid, okay? I said timid and looked at the grizzly bear and went, definitely not timid, nor is the tiger. And whatever this leadership is, it's twofold here, because we've got leadership. I feel that maybe if this is surrounding a group of people or a family dynamic, or what it could be in a workplace, whatever it is, that you're going to take the leadership role and you're going to be the one to step up and be the, I'm even going to say whistleblower if you have to be, right? To uncover the truth that's being hidden. And the tiger here, trusting that you're capable to do so. Now I want to read this bear card. I am indestructible. I love it. Okay. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Okay. Here's what I have to say about that. One, I'm indestructible. So when you're going to speak your truth here, let me tell you, people are going to probably come out against you, up against you. They're going to try to tear you down. Pile one, they can't do it. You're too powerful here. The truth always wins and you're too powerful, okay? And the other part, I mean, I loved everything it said, but the other part that's really standing out next for me is love and gentleness are my real strength. Like I said, and keep your heart open no matter what, and just the gentleness of this donkey, okay? What I want to say is, again, you are not doing this to be malicious, mean, vengeful, or any of those things. You are doing it because the truth needs to be told. Because it is a heavy burden that you are carrying, and I can tell you right now, pile one, it is not your truth to carry. Or sorry, it's not your secret to carry. Okay, it's not. I feel very strongly about that. I was feeling a little grizzly bear about that. Pile one, I know you may feel like it is not your secret to carry. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and see if there's any confirmation, clarification of these cards, if there's additional advice and guidance. Let's just see what tarot here has to say. I love this message. That's going to be your major breakthrough, is feeling light and feeling like yourself again. I almost feel, I want to say, feeling like yourself again, feeling like, I don't know, just powerful. Okay, just indestructible. Okay, this card flipped into my, it's the Two of Pentacles. One, butterfly. We can also say transformation, right? Out of the cocoon. It's like you're going to be coming out of the cocoon, but also it's the infinity symbol here and showing balance. Okay. This is positivity. This is confirmation for you to not be afraid to express yourself and the truth, and to live in truth. Oh, not living in truth sucks. Oh my God, I was going to say sucks the big one. I haven't heard that since I've been probably in junior high. Okay, anyway, let's get another card here. The World. The World is two things. It's the ending of a cycle, right? In the snake, see how it's eating its tail or whatever, but it's making a complete circle. End of a cycle. This is the end of a cycle. No more living in untruths and secrets. Okay? No more. Now let's pull out the Way of the Panda and see what our little pandas have to say. And I just know when I first got this deck, I remember pulling cards one day and I was, looking at the book to see what the cards meant. And I can't remember which one it was, but it was like panda power. And ever since, I just get giddy when I touch this deck because I'm right. It's like, that's right, pandas. You go. They look all soft and cuddly, but they can be fierce. So, like the bear, like the tiger, right? Even like a lynx. Even like a donkey. I mean, you don't want to get kicked by a donkey. Okay, anyway. So, pile one. Let me get another card for you here. Six of Cups. Two things pop in when that card come out. One is Six of Cups. Remember back to what it felt like before you were carrying these burdens, I'm going to call them, these secretive burdens on your shoulder. Remember back to what it was like before you were doing that. That's the energy you want to get back to, an open heart space, realizing that there's infinite possibilities out there for you, that you're a creative soul being, human being, and that you deserve happiness. You do. You don't have to carry the weight of your world or anyone else on your shoulders. I love that. And let's get one last as we tie this up. Animal spirit card. I love this message. I feel like this is going to be a breakthrough. You know, like think of it like the sun breaking through the clouds, right? That's what it's going to feel like when this happens. And you've got all of this yellowy, orangey. Two. So three. I'm going to read all of them then because they flipped for a reason. Okay, so I don't read all of them. I just kind of go to the keywords. So for the crow, we have this beautiful crow here. All right, and it is renewal, transformation, magic, and abundance. All right, what else do we have to say? The crow is a kind of phoenix that rises from the ashes, symbolizing renewal, transformation, and the promise of abundance. Exactly. Talked about it here, right? We think of the death card, death and rebirth, transformation. I think this is giving me tower card vibes in the regular tarot, right? Where everything burns to the ground so it can be built up again. And it's like you're going to burn this down to build yourself back up into the creative, living in your own truth, being that you are. And this is just confirmation of that. So I'm going to put that there. Right? It's like the phoenix coming up out of the ashes. I love that it said that. Next, we have the gull. I'm assuming it's like the seagull. Yes. This artwork is so beautiful. I don't know if the camera even picks it up, but it's so nice. A symbol of unrestrained emotion, water, creation, emotions, lifting this emotional burden up. We also have reference to water here, reference to water here. They're the primordial element of creation and life. But what I love about this too, let's impair it. So 3 birds come out here to pile 1. Sorry, I was just listening for a minute. Honestly, this is you, phoenix, bird, rising up, flying high. Right? When the weight is lifted, you're able to fly. That is the message that's coming through, and that is your breakthrough. Next, we have the parrot, okay? Love, prophecy, meditation. Let me just quickly go through it here. I like to just quickly scan it and see what pops out. Oh. Think of the parrot as in, parrots don't keep secrets, okay? Parrots do not keep secrets. Parrots are chatty. And, you know, you always see them in memes or whatever when they're like talking, you know, out of school, so to speak. Right. They're not going to keep the secret. They're going to say whatever they've heard. Okay. So I kind of love that if we can think of it like that, but also just a bird. Again, it's that taking flight. So you know what, pile 1, this was an awesome message. I really want to wish you the best with this because speaking the truth is not easy to do. And, but you just have to, you know, build up that courage and strength and power and believe that you can, and you take the first step and you go from there. So pile 1, thank you very much for being here. Lovely animal spirit messages for you today. Also the animals on the cards, think of them as your animal spirits. When you're going to do this, call on the tiger energy, call on the black bear energy, call on that little stubborn donkey energy, right? Call on I'm going to say the Kung Fu Panda energy. Like seriously, the lynx, call on those energies to be brave and strong and move forward in your truth. Thank you, pile 1. Hi, pile 2. And those of you who chose this bracelet out of the Puppy Power stack, this is Dalmation Jasper, black Obsidian, and black Tourmaline. This is your reading. We're going to do live tarot at the end. We have an overall energy, and I'm going to go through the oracle cards right now. So overall energy is the 3rd house. Okay, we'll get into that in a bit. And divinity. Recognize the divine in the mirror. Okay, and it is crown chakra. And a crystal that you can work with is, does it say violet lace agate? It may. Hang on just a sec. I'm going to tell you. Oh, it says blue lace agate. Okay. Blue lace agate. I can barely see the printing on there, but I do love these cards. But the printing and the color is a little difficult to see sometimes. Okay. Nothing a magnifying glass can't fix. All right. So let's take a look at these cards. Oh, so cute. The llama. Okay. We have the dragonfly. We have the dog spirit. Always love when I see the dog spirit. The sacred ibis, the hyena, and the weasel. Ooh, what is your breakthrough going to be, pile 2? Okay, so third house, all about communication, short-term travel, being in your community, in your neighborhood. Oh, it can even be early learning as well. We always kind of go to the 9th house for learning, but it can be early learning. Childhood relations. It can also be like siblings and extended family, not parents, but like extended aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings. All right, so clearly the breakthrough is going to be around that area of your life. And recognize the divine in the mirror. Recognize it. Okay, so let's get going here. First thing I want to say is, you know, the cards are the cards. And even before we read anything on the cards, which I think is very important as well, because they come out for a reason and there may be a word, a sentence, or whatever that's important. But right now we're talking about in your neighborhood, in your community, your siblings, your aunts, uncles, cousins. I feel like it's somewhere in that family circle. It's also communication, though, the third house, right? Ruled by Gemini and Mercury, if that means anything for you. But I feel like there might be some hyenas in the pack or some weasels. Okay? And the breakthrough is going to be when you, and I just popped up here, and the word that popped out of that whole sentence was boundaries. There are boundaries that you need to set with someone in your family. Like I said, it's not a parents thing. Those are different houses in astrology that represent parents. Usually, I think it's the 4th and 10th. But the third house is communication, something surrounding, it could be siblings or like close relatives. And I feel that there's something going on behind the scenes with hyena or weasel. I just think of those darn hyenas off of The Lion King, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure they're probably a very nice animal in some way, but that's what's popping into my head right now. And I don't even know the last time I watched The Lion King. I just know I think there were 3 of them, or like a little pack of them anyway. And they weren't nice. I think they were kind of on the bad guy side or whatever. I don't even really recall, but it's something along those lines. So maybe that's it. They're not on your side, or they're not supporting you in some way. And then we have weasel. And I'm actually going to read this card because be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings. So your gut, your intuition, okay? What is happening inside and all around you. So who's giving you the bad feeling? Somebody is giving you an uneasy feeling, okay? And I can't tell you what it's about. I really can't. I have no idea. All I know is that there are some people in your family, and this doesn't mean that you need to get rid of them, you need to cut them off, anything like that. I have no idea what your situation's going to be. It will be different for everyone, but you will know for you. So maybe you do have to cut them off. But you need to create and set clear boundaries and enforce them. And we have Archangel Shamuel on that card. So I want to say, along with your animal spirits, who are any of the animals on these cards, even the hyena and the weasel. I believe it was when I did the last animal reading, which was just a short time ago, because I tend to do them while I have the decks out, right? I have a set schedule and I'll do all the like videos at the same time. So because I have the cards out. But what I want to say is, even though we're kind of like, oh, the hyena, oh, the weasel. I said this in the last one because there was some difficult stuff in there, or difficult animals. And I'm like, no, we call on these guys to say, okay, who is the hyena? Who is causing all the chaos? Maybe for some of you in some situations. Or who's the weasel that's sneaking around doing weaselly things? Call on the weasel spirit to help you identify who that is, okay? So we don't want to give them a bad rap, because not all hyenas are bad and not all weasels are bad. So we can call on their energy too for guidance with God's spirit universe, whomever it is for you that you go to for source energy. Now, let's get on to the rest of the reading, because while this seems a little negative, I'm going to just be honest, there's always a lining. There's always a silver lining, because your spirit animals, or whatever spirit guides or ancestors or angels or whomever it is that you call upon for guidance, or that they come in to give you guidance, they're always going to they're giving you guidance for your highest good. So this isn't meant to be a negative reading. This is meant to be, we're pointing this out to you so that you can nip it in the bud, or get those boundaries set and enforce them. Because we don't want you to have to live with whatever these situations are. Okay? And because I just want to say, because you're, recognize the divine in the mirror. You are divinity, and you're here to learn some lessons. Yes. And are they always easy? No. And that's another whole topic, but you have it within you to call upon these energies and ask them for help, and then to hear, or however it may be for you, right? But to intuitively hear, to listen for the guidance, all right? Because they will give it to you. It could be through another person, through a billboard sign, through a TV show, a song, through a book. You just never know where you're going to get that little bit of wisdom coming in. Or magic, we can call it too, right? So anyway, let me get up here to the dragonfly card, because I haven't done anything about that. We do know dragonflies. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. I love that. So we think of transformation like butterflies, or like snakes, like in pile 1, or like the death card, or even the tower card in tarot, right? Transformation, death and rebirth, death of the old, birth of the new, letting go of the past. So maybe this is something in the past with this family. I don't know. But you need to know that and I said, you have the divinity, you have the magic in you. You can listen to your higher self. You can listen to the Holy Spirit, if that's who you listen to, which to me is your higher self. And know that it's not everyone in, and this could even be like a community group too, for some of you, right? We have to remember there's lots of people listening to this. So this could even be a community group that you're in, right? Because it's your community, your surroundings. So for some of you, that may be it. Yeah. But what I want to say is there are llamas in your life, because just look at the two llamas, okay, kissing and mirroring one another. There's a beautiful dragonfly. There's the dog spirit. You have loyal friends. You have loyal people around you as well. They're not all hyenas and weasels. So you may want to go to them for support. All right. You may want to ask them for support, but this is also a 10, which is an ending. This is a tens are endings. They're completions, end of a cycle, right? We want to transform here. So let's see, let's pull some tarot and see what the tarot has to say for confirmation and just on the bottom of the deck, look at that. And I rarely look at deck bottoms. I know a lot of people do, but Son of Wands, but it's a snake, transformation, shedding that old skin, letting it go. Because once you set those strong boundaries, you're not going to tolerate past behaviors and weaselly whatever, just shit disturbing hyenas or whatever it might be. So, oh, I'm just going to say too, because I'm looking at here, the sacred ibis, and it's learning. And it's a 22, which is a master number, okay? And 22s, you could say a 4 even, right? It takes on that 4 energy of building a solid foundation, a firm, strong, solid, concrete foundation. And I feel like that's where you're going with this. You're going to set those boundaries and you're starting fresh. And you're starting it and you're going to bring along and allow in your boundaries the people who are loyal to you and who and what it is that you love, okay? Because it says be loyal to what you love. So, but I'm also thinking of it as in people, the people that you love. Okay, let's get a couple of other cards here for tarot. Pile 2. All right. Did I not just say be loyal to who and what it is that you love? And the 2 of Cups comes out. The 2 of Cups is when you, it can be about love, but in this particular, I'm not picking that up at all. This is about finding the people and things that you love, that you are loyal to. Okay, so that's just confirming the dog spirit card there. Okay, let's get another. Son of Pentacles, so the Knight of Pentacles. I want to say that is the knight, slowest moving knight in the deck, but you're going to do this in a very grounded and methodical way. You're not going to go all willy-nilly and, I don't know, shrieking like an owl. I don't know why that came, but yeah, like that's not how you're going to go about this. You are going to be steady, solid. You are going to have grounded ideas and ways of doing this, okay? You're going to be practical about it. You are going to, I'm almost say a little bit on the reserved side, right? Because you're not in this to be stirring things up. You want to get rid of this drama down here. So you're going to do it in a very grounded, and I'm going to say methodical way. You're going to do this step by step, how it works for you. Now let's get Way of the Panda card, because we can never do, I say this every time, a reading from the animal spirits without a panda. I'm in love with this deck, and they're just so darn cute, but can be vicious at the same time. They don't take no crap, okay? So let's see here. Oh, that just made me think of something. See, sometimes I say things randomly, and here's why. You're going to stop taking the crap down here, and they're not expecting this from you, okay? They're not expecting you to stand up and face them face to face and set boundaries. So you may feel a little resistance, but you look straight back just like you're looking in the mirror and saying, I am a child of the divine. I am blessed, and I'm not here to be dealing with this petty or maybe not petty situations, okay? It's going to be different for all of you. We have the 7 of Swords. Yes, I am tired of giving myself, I'm tired of giving myself away to you, just letting you, it's like a thief in the night is my 7 of Swords, right? Like, am I just going to let you pick away at me forever and ever? Oh, I'm feeling very feisty about this. Or not feisty, well, feisty or just like fed up. Like, I'm not going to allow you to pick at me, steal little bits of me, anymore. Done. Over. Hyenas. Little weasels. I'm not putting up with it anymore. That's what I feel like you're saying. And not from a hateful, mean place. You're saying it, I think, from a place of love. These are your people, right? Or it's your community, your group. But you're just not going to stand for it anymore. You're going to set the boundaries. There are things to be learned here, and I think this is the lesson that you have learned. And when you learn to get those boundaries set up and only allow through who and what it is that you love, it's going to be a huge breakthrough in your life pile too. Oh my gosh, I love this message. Okay, let's get one more card. But I feel I almost feel a little protective, right? Like I said, that 2-2 is kind of like that, that it's fourth house even, we could say that maternal. I'm feeling a little maternal here for you. Feeling a little like, not necessarily my voice isn't coming across as nurturing, but I feel it in the way I'm shuffling the cards and laying the cards down and the way I'm talking, that I'm serious about this. Right? Like, I am serious about this. And I think this is the energy. It doesn't have to be done with hate and, hurtful. It just needs to be done. Okay. We have, this looks like a tiger card. Yes. Primal power. That's what I'm feeling, you guys, for you. Primal power. Like you are digging deep and you're just like, no more. We have creation, perception. Yeah. Your perception of me being the carpet you can walk all over. Your perception of me being the delicate little flower. Your perception of me being the little chickadee that you could just, with the wave of a hand, no more. No more, no more. Okay, you are going to take on that tiger energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I think like usually these big cats and hyenas might be like a natural enemy too, right? So I feel like you're going to be like, you're not coming in on my territory and stealing my food anymore, or my territory. Okay. And I talked about like a thief in the night, or even just stealing little bits of me. Oh, wow. Pile 2, I was really passionate about this one. I love this message for you. As I always say, though, in all seriousness, these things don't change or happen overnight. It takes bravery. It takes courage. Please call upon your animal spirits here to help you. You can take a screenshot of this, and as you work through it, call upon them, okay? I don't know. I had this, when I saw this deer, I was like, call on the deer to help you see through the darkness, because this could be dark for you as well. And deer, they get around very well at night because they're always jumping out in front of you on the highway. So, but yeah, just call on them to help you see through the darkness of this, to help guide you along the path, because they also follow the same little trails. They're, creatures of habit. I think that's everything now. But yeah, I really, and on a serious note, like now that I'm calming down a little bit, this is going to be hard work. It will not be easy, but it is something that has to be done. Pile 3, you need this, or 2, you need this breakthrough in your life. And it's important that you take care of it. Baby steps, start small, but I wish you all the best. Thank you. Hi to those of you who chose pile 3 or this black tourmaline and black onyx bracelet. This is your pick a card reading. We are going to be doing live tarot at the end. But we're going to go through the oracles first, and we're going to find out what is your next major breakthrough. What do you need to break through in your life in order to make it better? So we're going to get overall energy and start the reading with these oracles. Then we'll move into tarot. So let me get started. Aquarius. All right. My little fellow Aquarians. I'm a Scorpio, but I have an Aquarius North Node, which is part of why I do what I'm doing right here, right now. It's to help raise the vibration of the collective. It's to help others see a different way of being or a different perspective. It's to help people tune in to their animal spirit guides, their spirit guides of many types and sources, their angels, ancestors, whatever it may be. So I identify a lot with Aquarius energy. I like marching to the beat of my own drum sometimes. I absolutely do. I get the little freak flag out and I like to fly it every now and then. I just do. So I totally get it. And I feel that whatever this breakthrough is in your life, it is definitely going to have something to do with you getting out there and being seen. But let's see what the rest of these cards have to say. Okay. I feel like my cards are backwards here. I always like them to be in the same way. I don't know if they are or aren't from the other piles. See, I'm a creature of habit too. That's my Taurus. Anyway, I like for things to be the same. Okay, but then my Sagittarius like, no, let it go. And my Aquarius, no. All right, pile 3, enough about me. So we have Aquarius, originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Oh, I love that. Progressive imaginings. That's what we're going with. Oneness. You are part of the universe and always will be. So Aquarian, okay? Aquarius, 11th house, ruled by Uranus. Look, Aquarians are, you know, they are the astrologers of the zodiac signs, of the zodiac, the zodiac signs. But they're also very much about humanitarianism, like I said, philanthropy, the collective, working with groups, technology, new inventive ways of thinking and doing things. So this is your breakthrough. I don't know what it is. I haven't even gotten to the cards yet to even read a bit of them, but already that's just coming in and I'm feeling a little hyper. Pile 2, I was feeling very protective and motherly and nurturing. I'm really taking on the energy of my piles, this animal spirit reading. Pile 1 seemed to be somewhat normal, but this here, I'm feeling like there is work that we need to be out there doing, people. That's how I feel. So let's just start at the beginning. So we have Ant. I mean, just the fact that we're talking about groups, social circles, what's the best for the collective as a whole, wanting to work with the collective, but doing it in a very unique or individual way sometimes. But we have Ant. Well, we know ants, they work together. Okay, perfect tie in here. Cooperate for the highest good of the community or the collective. Okay, right? Love it. All right. So there's that. Then we have octopus. And before I even read, I just want to say, like, there's all the arms of the octopus, right? So it's just like, I can be over here. I can be here. I can be here. I can be here doing 10 different things at once and thinking of 10 different things at once, which I want to say encompasses that energy. And it says practice shape shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Yeah, you're going to do whatever it takes to move forward, to move things forward. If you have to shape shift or if you have to, the chameleon, adapt to different environments. I was talking about that in maybe an animal spirit reading about buffalo, just the last one. And yeah, you'll do whatever it is that you need to do to get done what needs to be done, okay? And above board, this is not in a below board type of way, but it's just like you've got a lot of different hands in the cookie jar. Oh, I think I've mentioned before, I'm horrible with sayings, but you know what I mean, right? You've got a hand here, there, and everywhere and everything. And then we have the turkey spirit, which is a 7, and I'll talk about that in a sec, but the turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, okay? So yeah, you're doing all this, and it may feel very Uranus, like just getting out there and stirring things up a little bit, but you're doing it with gratitude and grace, because I believe with this Aquarian energy, or at least what I can tap into for myself, you're feeling thankful, you're feeling gratitude for the fact that you are able to do this, that you have the drive to do this, right? You're feeling gratitude to God, Source, Universe, that you are able to do this for the collective, okay? And with the grace, I think, is just a gentle reminder to not be too forceful, get out there with too much Uranus energy, okay? Or Aquarius energy, to just do it with grace. All right, because you're going to want to get out there and just do. And we got the beaver here with work, right? And I just said do, like busy, the busy beaver. Beaver showed up in, I think, another animal spirit reading as well, different context, but it's still that busy beaver, like you've got your hand in all the cookie jars. Darn, I still want to know if that's the right saying. I don't know. I'll have to look it up after. And with the dragon, I do dragon energy readings as well. Magnificent. And just, they're an animal, and just like animal, it doesn't matter if they are a fantasy in your mind or not. We've never seen an angel either. So we've never actually seen an angel, or at least I haven't here on Earth, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. So that's what I have to say about my dragons. They're very proud of me right now for saying that, because they're like, you go. You tell them that we're not imaginary. Okay. So they're deep, and they're soulful, and they're wise, and they have that fiery energy. Oh, I'm just feeling very, I don't know what energy that is. Well, it's theirs, but very confident, okay? Like very confident and very, I don't know, I'm here to get things done. That's how it feels to me. I am here to get things done. I am very confident in how I'm going to do it. And I am wise beyond wise. And I understand what needs to be done for the collective. And this is going to be different for all of you, pile 3. It will show up differently and resonate differently for each one of you. But I'm hoping that maybe through me you can feel that energy. It's just very, it's like that cool dude at the bar, right? Like he walks in and he knows he's all that, but can back it up, right? That's the thing. And that's what I feel this dragon energy is confidence that can be backed up. All right. So haven't talked about frog yet. Prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. That's what Uranus is. Uranus wants to change things. Aquarius, let's find a new way of doing things. Let's advance, right? It's why technology is very important. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. I say that's waving your little freak flag, right? You don't care what other people are thinking as you're doing this. You were like, I don't care what you think of me. You can call me freaky if you want. I'm totally fine with that. Abundance and good fortune await you. The universe provides for those who, I had said this in other readings, God helps those who help themselves. If you are of a religious background, or that is your path, right? And you believe in, God helps those who help themselves. That's what this is, okay? If you are out working to make things better, to advance things in the world, to show a different way, show people how to work together, how to have your hand in all the different cookie jars at the same time, but you get things done, to be doing it with gratitude and grace, to work really, really hard at it, and to do it with confidence and, I don't know, just power. I just am feeling a quiet, it's just this eye look to me. To me, when I look into this eye, it is just deep and soulful. as well. I can't even describe it. I almost got overwhelmed with emotions when I first started talking about this card. Yeah, so weird, but so true. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You will be rewarded. God, source, universe, whomever it is for you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you want to call it. You will be rewarded. You give out, you will get back. That's the main message, I think. And that's where your breakthrough is going to come in. When you start working and using your power for good, I'm going to say, right? And you do it with gratitude and grace, prosperity is going to come back to you from the universe. It just is. It's the way it works, right? It's the way it works. The law of attraction. What you put out, you get back. So if you're doing good out there, you're working, you will be rewarded for it. Okay, here's the first card. It dropped out. Ace of Cups. Yes, okay. This is the emotion. This is, and I feel it just, look, it almost just ties in with this dragon pattern on this card, right? This is the tarot. This is the animal spirit deck, I think, but by the same creator. Right? Like, if you put out that emotion, you exude that emotion, or people can feel the emotion behind what it is that you're doing, you will be rewarded. This is creativity as well, right? The cups, it's creativity, it's watery, it's leading by intuition. What you know is right to do. I don't know how else to describe it. That's what's coming through today for the Ace of Cups for me. It's a new beginning. And it's a new beginning for you, because when you start doing this work, and it could just be volunteer work, right? You don't have to be out changing the world necessarily. This could be you volunteering at your child's school. This could be you volunteering because you're retired and you want to help, say it with the children's program or with the senior program. It could be anything like that. You want to volunteer at Walmart. I don't know. And you just smile and greet everyone every day. And that can change a person's life, because maybe nobody has greeted them as a human being with a smile and genuine, like a genuine smile where it's just like, yeah, I'm happy to see you, or hi, I hope you're having a great day. Those little things sometimes can change a person's life. And that's where I think you're coming in here, pile 3. You know, it doesn't have to be all grandiose. It can be in the little things as well. And probably more so. I mean, I don't know who I'm talking to out there, right? But I mean, it can be for everyone. It can go from this small to this large, right? It doesn't matter how you're doing it. Okay. And this is the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is being able to see past, I'm going to say, everything that's wrong. Because that's the way I think of the other card, right? Not seeing what's in front of you, only focusing on what's in front of you, and not seeing, if you just took the time to turn around and look, what's behind you. That's what I feel like this is. This is, did I say 5? Yeah, 6. Oh, sorry. I think I said 5 of Cups. No, but that, I said that for a reason. So no, but this is 6 of Cups, which is, I had the 6 of Cups a while back too. And what had come out about that was remembering back, or just remembering, once you do something like this to help the collective, to, like I said, whatever it may be, the feeling that you're going to get, right? The feeling that you are going to get from that is what is going to propel you forward to keep on doing it. And what I want to say here is, it's like, may not be anything somebody sees on the outside, but it's your inside. See how these roots, they're not just dark, they're colorful. And it's like what's inside of you gets lit up and creates the fire and passion for you to keep going. And maybe that's where this dragon energy was coming into, right? Just that quiet, self-assured, confident power. Okay, let's get on to the pandas because they always have something to say to pile 3. All right, you guys are just like, you are there. You could even be the entrepreneurs. You could be the astrologers. You could be, I don't know. The 4 of, oh, 2 actually are together here. So I'll take both of them. We have 4 of cups and we have 6 of swords. 4 of cups, I want to say, and 4 of cups here is that panda is concentrating a lot on the 3 that are in front of him. And it almost looks like he's kind of ignoring this other one that's coming in. But look at all the butterflies around there. It means it's good, it's positive. It also means that there could be something transformative coming in this other cup. So I think this is a reminder for you, Aquarius, even though, Aquarius, I know, I'm sorry, I may be talking to an Aquarius out there. But this is for you to know, pile 3, that do not shut out other people's ideas. I know you're the inventor, you're the creative one, maybe you're the one who has wonderful and amazing and new ideas, but so do other people. So this is maybe just a reminder to stay open to what others want to share with you as well, to move along in this. And the 6 of swords is, moving along to calmer waters. Kind of going from something that was difficult to something that's more easy. But I want to say with this particular reason, in that inventive way, right? Always finding new ways to do things. You're going to maybe leave the old way of doing things behind and moving through to a new way of doing things. All right. Great message. Whew. I feel fired up about this one. Now let's get your one last card. Like, if you were able to take on this energy, this is the breakthrough in your life. Once you start doing, like I said, whether it's volunteering, whether it's something big and large and you're out marching and you're protesting, I don't know what it is you'll be doing. I really don't. It's going to be different for each one of you. I just know it's going to light a candle under you, or a firecracker, a fire, whatever. Told you, bad with sayings. And let me just get one last card. And it is going to spark something in you that isn't going to die out. Look at these roots. Okay? They're alive and well down here. Okay, we have the Kingfisher. All right. Peace, abundance, love. Kind of falls back into right here with this, right? Where you're doing it with gratitude and grace. And I said you could be out protesting, but with peace, abundance, and love. This is them coming in to say, no, don't get too carried away. Be peaceful about this, right? Everything needs to be peaceful. Okay, the Kingfisher is commonly associated with peace and the promise of good fortune. And then in the painting, it says, Jupiter, the planet of abundance, appears as a reminder of that promise. Oh, right. So here's the Kingfisher and there's Jupiter. Okay, all bright in the sky. And we know that. We can see Jupiter many times throughout the year, and it's very bright. And it is. Jupiter's like Santa who brings you presents. And I said, if you're out doing this, you are going to get back from the universe abundance, okay? So if you're out working peace, love, grace, gratitude, helping people, making things better, whatever it is you're going to do, you will reap back what you sow, okay? And in a very positive way. So that is your message, pile 3. I'm very happy. I love this message for you. Just know that when this starts to happen in your life, that is your breakthrough. You are going to change as a human being. You can't help it. Look at how colorful. And this is what's inside of, right? I think of this as inside your chest, right? Inside your heart space, inside your soul. What people can't see, you're being lit from the inside out, and you're unstoppable when that happens. And your life will never be the same. So congratulations. And I will see you in the next reading.